Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and welcome to our bedroom. We are going to be doing some more stuff in here today. So let me show you what we're going to be tackling in today's video, and hopefully it turns out good. If you missed the video where I put all of this together, please ignore this, that this is not staying here. But if you missed the video where we did all of this, it will be linked down below. It'll be in the cards at some point. Our next step though is to work on the cabinets that are going to go on the side. So we're going to have one there and we're going to have one right here where this thing is. This thing is actually going downstairs, but for right now, here's its home. So let me show you the cabinets that we're going to be working on. Okay, so these are the boxes. There are two sets. There's one right here and then like one behind me. And they are, I will put a picture in here of what they're supposed to be. They are the Brimnes, however you say it, Brimnes. That's what they are. I'm saying it wrong. I'm so sorry, Sweden. I'm so sorry. But there's two of them, and they're in the color white. I was actually really torn when I was at the store because I almost bought this, but like in the bigger version, which was more expensive, and I wasn't sure it was going to fit. I'm glad that I didn't end up getting that one because two of them definitely would not have fit. But I was trying to have like the most room possible. And my husband's like, yeah, I think that's going to be too big. And he didn't like the 3-door look of the other one. So I ended up going with two of these. And let me tell you, like, these bad boys were heavy, like trying to get them even into this room. My poor son actually carried them upstairs for me after we purchased them. So we had to put them all in the cart and everything, load them all in the car, unload them from the car, and then put them all upstairs for me. Oh, poor sweet soul. He was so tired and worn out. He finally got them upstairs and everything, and he was such a big help. But like, these things are definitely not light by any means. All right, so I have all the parts taken out. They're everywhere. So my next step is I have to move this stuff out of the way because the first one is going over here. I have to take that thing off the wall. And honestly, I'm probably going to do a sped up version, but I may stop a few times to talk to you. I've never put one of these together before. The only IKEA furniture I ever put together is their TV stand. If they still sell it, I will link it down below. We actually still have it in our living room. You've seen it when I've done cleaning videos and stuff. And that was like really easy. So I've never put something together this large. It's like cube organizers. I mean, I did the bookcase in my craft room, but like it didn't have like a bunch of doors and stuff. So we will see how this goes. I have put together many pieces of furniture, y'all. This is probably, with the exception of the hutch, if you watch that video, which I will have it linked. It has nothing to do with the bedroom, but I will have it linked because it's related. It's related, I swear. This was one of the most difficult pieces of furniture I have ever put together, with the exception of that hutch. I think that these cabinets and the hutch are tied for like first place of the most difficult things to put together. The instructions sometimes are like, what? And sometimes you're like, I don't understand why I did it in this order, because now it's going to be significantly harder for me to do the other parts of it. Like, it was something else. Like, we got them together, but you are going to see some struggle buses for sure in this video, because like I was having a heck of a time. Like when I started off, I was good. Like I was like, okay, this makes sense. I got it. Like there were certain parts that were like, cool, that's like not that difficult. And then there were other parts where I was like, why, what in the world is happening here? Let me know if you have ever put any IKEA furniture together and if you like IKEA furniture. This is, like I said, only my second experience really with the furniture aspect of things. So I give it like a 6 to 7. They're holding up well for now. So I don't necessarily think it's like a quality thing. I do think it was just like a pain in the booty to put together. I really wanted to go to like Wayfair or something like that, but honestly, I just did not have the funds for something more expensive. So that's why I ended up with IKEA, and like 150 per cabinet is already kind of like pricey. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm at a point where I think I'm going to YouTube it. YouTube. It handles everything. And then I will let you know when I come back, because it looks right, but it doesn't look right. So like I'm following, like, tell me that looks right. It doesn't. There's like all space at the bottom, and maybe those are for the doors because the doors have to fit in there. I don't really know, but like I've double, triple, quadruple checked where those are supposed to go, where the pegs are supposed to go. And I'm on this step. And once you have it in, you can see that you still have, I don't know if you can tell, you still have those two little things sticking out, which they are. It just doesn't, like, I don't know why this is like exposed. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's a piece that goes on the side of there and I'm just not understanding. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's like a gap at the bottom. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I just want to double check it first. Okay. I figured it out. I just had to switch this around and turn it upside down. So now it matches. I guess there used to be an unfinished edge. So like on this piece, there's not. There's like a kind of weird edge. It looks like they wrapped it. And then this one, I guess it used to be unfinished. So you knew it like went to the back with the other unfinished edges. Well, I didn't pick up on that because they're both white. There is no unfinished edge on this. So I did find a video. I will have his video linked down below. I only made it like a little bit into like the part where I'm at, but very helpful so far. I did see some comments on that video that said like it's changed a little bit. There's an extra step somewhere. So I don't know what we're going to do when we get to that, but I will be referencing him if I need to, because it was super helpful and he does like a step-by-step situation, and I'm not doing that here. I'm just going to, be putting it together and showing you what it looks like. So I will have that video linked down below if you're interested in this cabinet, and his channel had a whole bunch of other IKEA stuff on there too. So just so you know, let's go ahead and jump back in. I have to tighten these or whatever, and then there's some stuff I have to put like in the middle. One other thing I did want to show is that these little things right here seem different than the ones like we usually use. Usually they're metal, and I was already concerned that they were plastic, and they like they're like in there, like really far in there, but it seems secure. So I'm hoping that that is correct. It seems a little off, but we're just gonna go with it. Also, part of me is concerned that once I start putting stuff together, so like I have to like put some shelves like in like the back here, and then I'm putting the little like inside organizer thing on. I'm kind of concerned that once I, put the little bottom plate piece on, like once I get all this done, I'm not going to be able to like lift it up. But there's pieces that need to go under here. So like it's like this whole thing, and then I guess you're supposed to eventually like, I don't know, be able to like lift it up. And I don't know how that's going to go. So now I'm getting worried because it's on the bed. And let me go back to, okay, it's on the bed right now because it's the only space I have in this room for it. So I'm starting to think that maybe I should have assembled it in the other room, because like there's not going to be enough space right here, I don't think, to like assemble it. But I'm starting to think that maybe I should have done it in the other room, and it's not too late. I can try to get that piece in there. And I think I have some leftover like furniture pad slider thing. Well, after some time, I managed to get it on the floor. I had to use this to help me slide because that particle board on the back was catching on the cover and it didn't want to like slide. So hopefully I didn't weaken that bottom bit too much, but I managed to get it on the floor. The problem with this is it's going to be much harder, I think, to put this thing together. It's also going to be much harder to film and get different angles. So hopefully you guys can bear with me with that, because I literally have like this much space to work with, which is basically the size of the cabinet, is all the space we have over here. So I am definitely glad, y'all, that I moved this thing to the floor. There is no way that I would have been able to get this thing off of the bed after it was fully built. But let me tell you, the lack of space that I had over here was like, I was tripping over stuff. I was like climbing on the bed like a little like toddler, like crawling across like the bed to get to like over to the cabinet and then having to crawl back around and get to the other side of the cabinet. Like, it was hilarious. If I would have had like a camera like on the ceiling where you could have seen all this activity that was happening, oh my goodness, it would have been like the most hilarious episode of Real World you've ever seen, because I was doing all kinds of acrobatics to get in here. I am glad I moved it here though. Like, I didn't have a lot of space, but like I said, I would have never gotten it off the bed, like ever at all. This part was very frustrating. This is one part where I'm like, IKEA, you got to figure this out. So that piece that you see on the bottom that's touching the floor, it doesn't actually anchor in to the like other piece, like any of the other pieces really. The middle piece it does, but it doesn't anchor to like the actual like base of the cabinet. So as you're trying to do all of the stuff that it's asking you to do, it's like moving around all over the place. You see that gap? It's completely coming disconnected because the only thing it's held on with right now are those little pegs. It's not held on with anything else. And it gets worse later because you have to put another side piece on and you want it to be like flush and even and have no gaps. And like, that thing is not connected to anything the entire time that you are building. And it just keeps moving and flopping around. So if I had to give IKEA one piece of advice that they didn't ask for and they don't care about because they don't care who I am, it would be like, why are we not anchoring that piece in? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, there needs to be I almost literally grabbed like a drill bit and just drilled into that thing myself just to make a screw hole to anchor the bad boy in. Like, that's how frustrated I was getting. Every time I moved anything, it came popping out. And it was much worse on the second cabinet. Like, I didn't show me putting the second cabinet together because that's redundant and boring. But the second one actually turned out pretty wonky in an area where I basically had to use the backer board to solve that gap that I was just pointing out on this one. I think it went well on this one because you're going to see my husband pops in the video and he helps me out. But I was doing the second one by myself because he was back down at work at that point. And like, I had to literally like shove my body on it, pull it from the other direction and try to nail that backer board in because there was a giant gap from where that piece doesn't connect to anything. So like, IKEA, really, come on. Do us better than that. For the price that you're charging, do us better than that. All right, end rant for now. Here's a little acrobatics coming up for you. But end rant on that. It was just frustrating, and I had to let you know in case you are interested in buying this cabinet. Like I said, it's holding up really well. Like, so far, so good. But you know, you want to know the pros and the cons of something before you go spend money on it. So this is me letting you know. For now, I'm just gonna pop on some music and let you chill because this is gonna take a little minute. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
It'll be okay. All we gotta do is try and... You're gonna have to do it from back
No,
there.
I don't know what you want me to lift up on.
From this side, lift up. We're trying to turn it over, but we're gonna have to try and drag it out as we turn it over.
Yeah, but I'm afraid to pull up on this because it's like...
Pull up on that. I got it.
I don't think it's gonna... Clear it. Oh my god. It's so heavy. I probably shouldn't be doing all this.
That panel's just gonna be what it is right now.
Oh, that's making me so nervous. Oh no, oh no. So, a little real life moment of like my panic and anxiety. Okay. Like it be kicking in. All right. Like I was so scared that this was going to snap because I did not have another $150 to run out and get another cabinet. Like it's summertime. During the summer, I don't get paid till like the end, like the very end of August. Because I'm starting this new job specifically like this year. I usually get paid like mid-August. But I was so panicked that it was gonna like snap or something. And I was exhausted. I was tired and like my savior, like I would not have made it through this cabinet with my sanity intact if it was not for him having a break at work and coming up and helping me. Like I would not have made it. So like he saved the day on this one because I was about to like throw in the towel, like and just go cry somewhere.
That's just the one that I used to support it.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, it scared the crap out of me. I was like, fucking broke. The whole thing broke. Oh, this whole thing is coming out.
What thing?
This. The whole thing's coming out.
Oh, that should.
It like doesn't attach. Why would they make it like that?
This idea.
Like,
Is it realigning?
yeah, I guess that's what the backer board's for.
Yeah.
That backer board's holding out. I almost want to put some wood glue in that
Why
bad
is
boy.
this not staying in too?
What?
This one's not staying in this. Is there a locking piece for these?
Yeah, I did it. Oh, this? No. This
Lock
just.
this to that?
Nope. My husband was also very confused why that piece didn't attach to anything. Like he was like, "Did you screw that in? Did you do the like?" There, I'm like, "Babe, there is nothing. That piece is literally just willy nilly flopping around, like living its best life." Oh my goodness. So turning the cabinet on its side actually did help, which was not part of the directions. Like when you saw us kind of flip it to its side, and I was like nervous about it. We weren't supposed to do that. It actually did help. But warning, it only helps if you have two people. Because I tried to do that on the other cabinet and it did me wrong. So um, just do this as a two-person job and you will feel much less stressed. And then the very stunning handles. And I'll be going to Menards to get replacements for. The doors were literally the easiest part of this whole project. Like it's like zoop 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 and it's good to go. Like I wish the entire cabinet was as easy as the doors were. And it's cool because like you can adjust like all three of those like little things to make sure that they close the way you want them to. I'm going to measure the door handle because I do not like the door handles it comes with. So I'm going to measure and get some from Menards if I can. Oh, of course, so it's going to be, that's like a weird one. Let's measure this because That's so weird. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find door. I've never seen door handles with that measurement. All right, while we're waiting on him still to come back upstairs, here's what it's looking like. We're going to have to scoot everything over, which I'm going to have to rehang that mirror. Luckily, I left the pencil wall on the line, or pencil wall on the line, the pencil line on the wall. So I can just do a new piece of like masking tape, and I'm going to have to fill that like other hole though because it's going to show. Yay!
Save that piece.
All right, so I have everything all moved over. We just still have to anchor this to the wall, so like the doors are on. The doors were actually pretty easy, excuse me, to put on. Not too bad. We are waiting on the handles. I will tell you, finding handles for this, I had to buy adjustable ones, and I'm going to hope that they fit because it's like 16 centimeters. It's like a metric thing because it's IKEA. It was like 6 and whatever, and I could not find a handle that would work just like a regular handle. So I did buy adjustable ones. We're keeping our fingers crossed that they're going to work. They should be here tomorrow, but you will see that in today's video. But they will be here tomorrow, as in like real time today, tomorrow. I moved everything over, and obviously my mirror is no longer centered because I didn't think about that. So I'm going to have to take everything off the top because I don't want to break anything. And then I am going to have to move the mirror over centered in between that. And then eventually, it's too heavy to move by myself. Eventually the bed is going to come over so that the bed is kind of in center of the vanity. So like, am I in the center of the vanity right now? We're going to move the bed over some. So like the nightstand will go over a little bit. The bed will go over a little bit. So the bed is like centered in like the middle of the vanity. So it looks, so I'm going to have to move all of that over. Yes, it's a lot of moving around. Also, I am going to have to move the curtain rods in some. So when I had this, like, so it looked, well, I'm not going to be able to pull it now, but it looked like one like giant window, and I like doing that because it like elongates the window. It makes the window look bigger, the space look bigger. But now that we have that cabinet there, obviously the curtain is kind of going into it, and it was already kind of doing that with the dresser, but it wasn't that bothersome. Now I think it's going to look very silly. So I'm going to have to put the curtain rods more like in line with like the window, so just like a little bit over, so that way the curtains go probably like right about where they are, like hanging right here. So it just gives space. So I am going to have to bring them in a little bit on both sides. I'm going to keep the middle the same because I'm going to keep it at like the same height, and I'm just going to bring those two sides in. I absolutely love the whole masking tape trick situation. It really helps if you're trying to hang something that has two hangers on it. So there's not like just one in the middle where you can like, okay, cool, that's the middle, I can figure that out. But you have to have two of them perfectly level, perfectly spaced. I highly recommend like the masking tape trick, or you can use like painter's tape as well. I showed this in the previous video already where I had originally put this mirror up because I thought I had measured correctly. But it works for all sorts of things. And I just love it because it makes it so much easier. And you don't have to do all of that like crazy measuring, because I am not a person that measures appropriately every single time. All right. Much better. It looks way more centered. We just have to scoot the bed over and all that jazz. So next step is going to be these curtains. I actually lied. Next step is not the curtains. There's actually one more thing I wanted to do. Was I wanted to put this up. My mom found this at Ollie's. They just opened an Ollie's by us, and she went and saw this, and I had not seen it when I was there, and I was like, yes, please, grab that. So I actually went to put this up like yesterday and realized I'm going to have to move this whole thing over for the cabinet, or for this cabinet to fit, because my measurements I think are a little off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I just want to like hang it just like up here, just because I think it'll, I don't know, it's going to bring a little something a little ornate. So let me go ahead and do my toothpaste trick. And then I'm just going to hit just nails. This is very, very light, so all we need is a few nails.
If you guys have noticed, if you've been with our channel for a while, because we have quite a few subscribers that has been with us a while and you guys comment often and we see who you are, our style has changed a little bit. When we first started this channel, it was very like farmhouse is what I would call it. Definitely like mimicked off other people that I was seeing here and things that I was seeing in the stores, especially like Hobby Lobby and Instagram and all kinds of stuff. And I really thought that was like my vibe. And I realized that I like the bright and airiness of that kind of style, but I don't necessarily love everything about that style. So our kind of home decor style has definitely evolved over time. I still like a lot of white furniture. I still like white linens. I like the bright and airiness, but I kind of like a little bit of like a dark academia, gothic, moody like situation kind of thrown in because I kind of like the mixture of those two extremes, like very bright, very light, very airy, but then also kind of like moody and like dark and like deep.
All right. So as you might have been able to tell in that sped up portion, the curtain rod is too long because I bought a long one because I needed it to be really long. Well, now I need it to be shorter. And there isn't a way to adjust. I mean, you can adjust it, but you can only really adjust it like super long. So the smallest setting that it goes on is too long for what I need. It's going to be sticking out on the edges. And I like my brackets to come up like right to the edge. So I'm just going to do a Target order for another black one. I am going to save this one and put this one like in the garage or something because I can always use it like in a different space. I did fill the holes and then some other holes that were up there. So I'm going to wait until that dries and then I'm just going to put a coat of paint over that. So I'm just going to work on the other one, kind of getting it together so I can get those boxes out of the other room and kind of, you know, start to wrap up in here. We still have to move the bed. I still have to shift all of that stuff over according to where like the bed's placement is going to be. If I could move the bed by myself, I would. I tried and I failed. It is just it's insanely heavy and I could not shove it by myself. So if I could move it by myself, I totally would, but I can't. So Hubs to the rescue. Hopefully I told him short enough. So he came up here and I was like, hey, do you think you could just like cut these off? So this like piece that goes like in the middle comes out or whatever. Oh no, I dropped it. And I was like, do you think you could just chop like 2.5 inches like off of each side? That way it won't. And I hope I told him enough. I feel like I probably should have said 3 or 4 because this extender's in the middle. So if it was too short, it wouldn't have mattered because I have this. But I'm hoping this will work and I won't have to get a new curtain rod. He just used his saw or whatever. So I am still waiting though, however, for the putty whatever stuff to dry. Again, don't know how long it's going to dry. Talked about that in the last video. They covered the directions with the sticker. But so far I do like it. I used it over here on this wall in like several spots and I feel like you can't really tell. I actually like it much better than like putty, like the, you know, stuff that you get in like the tub or whatever. So it's going well, but I don't want to put the curtains up until I can at least paint the 2 like inside sections. All right, so here's the progress. The cabinet is together. We still have to anchor it to the wall. We still have to cut the baseboard, but it's like uneven. As I was putting it together, like I'm almost thinking I might have to, like, I don't think I can take it apart now though because I put the backer board on it, but it is, the doors are like not on there like evenly. Like there's a piece, I'm going to try and show you, but my phone is dying. So we're going to try and go real fast before she dies. Oh, it's like I can't even get the doors open. Okay. This little bit right here was not like going all the way in, and I did not realize it when I was doing it until I was like getting ready to put the backer board on, and I realized there was like a big old like gap. So I had to kind of like, I tried to mallet it, like I was really trying to get it to go in there. I had to like use the backer board to help keep it together, and I think that is what's like this door, like I have to like push it shut. This one shuts. So I'm gonna have my husband look at it and see if he can figure out how to remedy this situation.
So I feel like sometimes when you see YouTube or Instagram videos, everything looks perfect. This is literally the aftermath, the process, the absolute catastrophe that is the rest of your house when you are doing work in one room. And I just wanted to be realistic and honest and show that, because I feel like we don't always get to see that. And it always looks like it goes really well. And I personally like to watch people that are a little more realistic and like kind of share that kind of stuff, because for a while I wasn't watching people like that. And it was making me feel really bad when my projects didn't turn out, when I didn't get them done on time, when there was an absolute hot mess going on when I was doing them, because I didn't think it was normal what was happening in my house when it is.
Our last little finishing touch for today, I got a few things I have to like clean up and stuff, but I ran to Walmart, my goodness, I didn't run to Walmart, Target. Did a drive up order. Oh, wrong one. I did a drive up order for these. They're the extra large baskets. Here they are if you want to take a screenshot. It's not wanting to focus super well, but if you want to take a screenshot. They were on sale for $28. I think they were like 30% off or something. I can't remember. But I just thought it would be a nice size, and it would bring some of the black from like this side of the room a little bit more like over here. And I was going to do these felt ones because I have this one, but I put that up there and I just did not like the way it looked. I just thought it looked kind of like cheap. We are going to finish up today's video by putting the handles on the cabinets. Fingers crossed they are adjustable, so I'm hoping that they are big enough to go on the cabinet. All right, first I just want to see like how they work. Look at the instructions and stuff, because I've never used an adjustable cabinet pull before. So it has like these little doodads. I should have kept the scissors out. Oh my gosh. All right, it has like these little things where the handle slides through, and then I guess it like locks, and then you screw it into the, I'm not really sure, but I know I'm gonna need 2 of those per handle. So this came in a 5-pack, which is really odd because you usually don't need 5 handles. You usually need like 2, 4, 6, like you usually need even number, but hey, whatever. So these have little pins that go in them. These do. I don't know what picture number 2. Oh, make note of small arrow on the base of each post. These arrows should point inwards during the entire installation. Okay. Insert pins, first step. Insert pins through the holes in each post. So it comes with a little pack of pins. I'm going to cut these open. I have a feeling if I go ripping into it like a savage, I will lose something. So it comes with these little pins, and you're supposed to put those into, I guess, no? Yes? I don't really know. Just barely gonna work. Just barely. So if you have IKEA furniture with big old handles, this is an option. Make sure it's tightening. So I'm gonna tighten it. And it feels like the bar is locked in place pretty good. I'm going to keep the washers like handy just in case, but it feels like it's pretty locked in place. So
I don't know about you, but I love the way it turned out. I definitely had to add some decor to the top next to those baskets. I really think the baskets just like bring something, and the handles, absolutely amazing. Like so much better than the handles that came with it. Just the overall vibe in here. I was really nervous that it was going to feel like too much. Like it was just going to be a wall full of like just stuff. And while the room does probably look a little cramped to most people because we don't have a lot of walking space in here now, it definitely feels way better than I thought. I have the storage that I need for my clothes and my things. I have my little vanity area. Like it turned out pretty good on somewhat of a budget. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out for what we spent, because we definitely could have spent way more. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful or at least entertaining. Make sure you check out that video and that playlist on the screen. And make sure you smash that subscribe button so you can become part of our YouTube family. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.